What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel where I do music reviews. My name is Aaron, and it is time for New Music Friday, where I take a look at some of the upcoming albums coming out throughout the week of May 27th, and I give my thoughts and opinions on what I think we could expect from some of these albums. There's not a whole lot of stuff being released this week, but it's all about quality over quantity, and this is some of my favorite bands. Actually, it's probably my favorite band is releasing a new album. Of course, the channel being named Among the Fence, I have to talk about Coheed and Cambria's newest album titled Vaxis 2, Window of the Waking Mind. While I'm not really that big of a fan of their newer stuff that they've been releasing over the past couple of years, is still, I can't help but get excited when Coheed and Cambria is releasing new music. The singles have been a little bit more poppy than I would particularly care for, but they've also moved from like punk rock to progressive rock to more alternative indie in terms of genre. So they've just changed up their sound a lot. They still have that signature Coheed sound from Claudio's vocals, even though on some of the singles there's been effects on his vocals, which I think takes away from just the overall sound and just Coheed and Cambria in general. But I'm very much excited for this album. I can't wait for it to come out. There's so much hype around it. It's going back to the Armory Wars, and I'm here for it. Hollow Front is releasing their newest album titled The Price of Dreaming. This is a band that I admit that I don't really give enough attention to, and their singles have been great so far. While they don't really venture too far away from standard metalcore, I mean, from what I've heard in the past, Hollow Front kind of hides their secret gems on the deeper cuts of their album, and even still, the singles aren't like overly generic. They don't sound like radio play music. They have a lot of emotion to them. They sound really great, and I'm very much excited for this album. I'm gonna try to do a review on it because there's just a lot of stuff coming out this week that I want to touch on, and Hollow Front is one of them. Decapitated is releasing their new album titled Cancer Culture. I'm not really a big Decapitated fan, but I also can't deny good music when I hear it, and the stuff that they've been releasing for this album is amazing. It's so freaking good. I can't wait to hear the features with Ginger and Machine Head. Yes, I know that the feature with Ginger is already released, but I'm saving it until when the whole album comes out, and then I'll give it a listen. And this band has been through so much. I mean, they're not really on my radar, but when I looked them up, there's just so much happening with this band, from car accidents to being arrested. There's a lot going around this band. And some of that stuff might actually be keeping people from listening to them. And I think that's kind of where they get the name of this album, Cancer Culture, from, because I did do a review, or I guess it was featured on a New Music Monday, where I did a review on Cancer Culture, and it touches on that. And man, they hit the nail on the head with that song. And I just can't wait to hear what other stuff they say in this album, different topics they touch on. It's probably gonna be, I don't know, melodic deathcore album of the year, whatever category you want to put it in. We also have a new album from Def Leppard titled Diamond Star Halos. This is one of the bands that people love to hate, but I wasn't really on that bandwagon when I was younger. I absolutely loved Def Leppard. I've kind of moved away from their newer sound since then. I don't really know what you would call it. It's got like a country kind of influence thing to my ears, I guess, which I don't really get into. I could still enjoy their old stuff, though. I could throw on Hysteria or High and Dry and just rock out to it. Yes, it's old, it's dad rock, but it's just so nostalgic for me, and I absolutely love it. And I think that problems with bands like this, and even Iron Maiden kind of has this sort of thing going on, is they've just grown old. They've mellowed out a little bit, so they're not attracting younger people. They just have a bunch of old fans. Like, I don't know, they don't come out with catchy riffs anymore, and when they do, it just isn't that, it doesn't have that nostalgic feeling to it to keep people wanting to come back and listen to it. And they've dropped like their 80s hair metal kind of theme to their music, which is kind of a catch-22, because a lot of people don't really want to listen to bands singing about the same exact like party and rock and roll kind of stuff for 40 something years. They want them to move on, but when they do move on, they lose their, I don't know. This is one of those bands where it's hard for them to stay relevant and stay fresh and stay new. So this is going to be a tough one. I might do a review on it. I'm not completely sure. If enough people ask me to, I might find a way to throw it in there, but Honestly, I'm not too interested in it just because of those reasons. I mean, you don't really know which direction it's going to go. And I also don't want to be sad that one of my favorite bands from my childhood just isn't really doing it anymore. And that is it for New Music Friday. Like I said, there wasn't a lot, but we got some absolute bangers that are dropping, and I'm sure I missed out on something. So leave a comment below letting me know what you're excited about this week. And also, while you're down there, let me know what you want me to review next. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. Doing any of that stuff helps me out tremendously, and I appreciate it more than you guys can ever imagine. Even if you absolutely love Def Leppard and you hate me for everything I said, and you let me know how much you hate me and you give me a thumbs down, I still appreciate you taking your time out of your day to watch my video and listen to me talk. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was trying